Hey friends, this is my new video backdrop. This actually is real. This smelly pond, it's like 105 degrees here in Southern California. And then there's a zoo back there. So I hope you enjoy this backdrop. It's we don't have air conditioning here, so it's a hot day. Which leads me to a hot topic, which is our sticky thinking. Do you like that transition? Sticky thinking, we all experience sticky thinking. Not stinky, well, we have stinky thinking too, but sticky thinking. And our sticky thinking gets the best of us sometimes, but then we drop out of thinking. Thank goodness. Reminds me of a time when I was a little kid, and this is a short story about dealing with a bully, a class bully. My family moved from Colonial, Connecticut to South Florida many years ago, and it was a big culture shock. Florida, it still is. South Florida is very bling bling. People have Mercedes and nice cars, and my mother drove a beat up 1981 Datsun Maxima at the time. And I remember meeting my now best friend. We've been best friends for 30 plus years, many decades. And my first week of school, I remember him coming up to me and saying, I wish the new kid was tall and tough, because we have this bully that I wish that you were tough enough to beat up. And he was right. I was a real skinny, lanky, short kid, and I was no match for this bully. And unfortunately, I had some encounters with this bully. He was just a scared and insecure kid. And I remember decades later, when we were, post-college, I saw the bully at a local bar, and we shared a drink and laughed about how much of an asshole he was at the time. But flashback 30 something years to grade school when we were little kids, and I had a couple of really uncomfortable and terrible encounters with this bully pushing us around. And I remember the days and weeks afterwards. Every day I'd wake up and my mother would be driving us to school, and I'd have these really angry, it was like the bully was there with me in the car, even though he wasn't there. But in my thinking, he was there. And it was almost it was worse, my thinking about the bully and how much I hated the bully and how much I was scared of the bully when he wasn't there, than when I had these really disgusting and uncomfortable encounters with the bully. Which is the moral, the metaphor of this story. Our thinking is made up, and it makes it much more dramatic than it really is. This bully was an asshole. He was a 10-year-old. We were all fourth grade nothings at the time, quoting Judy Blume. He was an asshole, and he probably knew he was an asshole. But my insecure, skinny, short self was scared as hell of this bully. And I had daydreams and nightmares of being chased by him. And my thinking about it was so much bigger than it really was. So the next time you are caught up in fear or anxiety, just know that the melodrama being created is so much bigger than what's really going on. Even if it's, your taxes are past due and you can't pay them, or you have to pay rent and you don't have money for it. Your fears is in the narrator, the producer called your ego and supercomputer is taking you for a ride. And once you drop out of that thinking, you'll find a solution. It's in that space before thought, or that space after thought, that all the solutions come. And don't let the bully of your thinking, the bully of your mind, get the best of you. Think about it.